Three ways I get a balanced mix. Tip one, always make sure you're mixing at a low volume level. When you mix at low volume levels, you run less risk of your ears fatiguing. When your ears start to fatigue, that means things that are brighter start to sound darker, and you start to make those things lighter, and your mix end up sounding thin. You don't want your mix to turn out thin. So make sure you're taking breaks in between, maybe every 30 minutes or every hour or so of mixing, so that way your ears got a time to rest and you can reset yourself. Everything sounds good when it's loud. Remember that. Tip two, check your mix in mono. If you're in Fruity Loops, what I do is I go all the way to the master here, and then I turn that knob all the way to the right, so that way it's mono. I start balancing and making sure everything sounds good. If it sounds good in mono, it sounds good in stereo. If you do not have this in Fruity Loops and you have Waves, make sure you go to the ARTG mastering stereo. This one has a mono that you can put on the mastering, and you can check it and monitor it that way. Tip three, I can't stress this enough, start with the biggest thing inside of your mix. So for me, I mix in hip hop. The biggest thing that I start with is usually the kick, because it's the loudest thing that I have. Once I start with the kick or the bass, I make sure that sounds good, and then I mix everything around it instead of going back.